called Kuts, and what they do is they want to help you get recruited so you can get your kid can get some more scholarship money to go on out to college. So, Eli, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Alan.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about this program that you've put together called Kuts Productions?
I'd be glad to. And thank you for having me on the show. I actually just moved out to Colorado Springs not too long ago, and I came from L.A. where I was a high school teacher and a high school coach. And with my athletes and some of my students there, I realized not only how expensive college was getting, but how hard it was for my athletes to get into schools. And so I realized one day that through making them highlight reels and sending them out to colleges, their exposure just increased immensely. And a lot of my athletes were able to get into colleges and actually get a lot of scholarship money. And so that is something I've really had a passion for since then, and wanting to help families and students be able to get that college education.
Well, that's a great thing, and the thing is, as we talk about this all the time on the program, is that anything you can do to help the parents out to help reduce the cost of a college education is always going to be great to help them out. So you came up with this idea, and you were doing this for a while out in California before you moved out here? Yes,
been doing it for a few years. In fact, it's just weird to see some of my athletes now graduating from college. But it's a fun thing to see that they've been able to go through their 4 years and get their degree.
Okay, so what you do is you take highlights that are already, like, let's say if someone's a girls softball player, they probably already have highlights of the game, and then you just basically put together the highlight reel for them, right?
That's right. If they have the footage, that definitely makes it easier for both sides. But if they need, some teams don't have access to cameras, and if they need games to be filmed, then I'm more than willing to go out and film games for them as well.
Great. And then how do they get a hold of you if they're interested in doing something like this?
Well, I have a website, and it's kreukuts.com. Spelled a little different. Have my last name in there, KREKUTS. My email is eli@kreukuts.com, ELI. And they can also reach me by phone. My phone number is 818-203-6200. And then I'd be glad to meet with teams, with families, whoever is interested.
Right, and one of the things that we were talking about when we were talking this morning is that a lot of people don't think about the fact that there's a lot more colleges out there than just your Division I, University of Colorado and Colorado State and things like that. There's so many opportunities for kids, no matter what their playing level is, to get an opportunity to get a scholarship.
Exactly, there are a lot of schools out there, and a lot of schools have scholarship money, but they don't have the funds to be able to travel out and see kids play in certain areas of the country. So what I love about Kreu Kuts is that we allow the athletes to get their video footage to these schools, and then, in a sense, getting them access to that scholarship money.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and I know part of what that goes along with, I broadcast Colorado College soccer. I do the play-by-play over their video feed, and they're required, because they're in Conference USA, they're required to have a video feed of their college games, so that the college coaches don't have to, they could just tape it right there. They don't have to worry about calling up the Colorado College coach and getting a video. So the technology nowadays is just amazing, and you might as well take advantage of what you have already in place with your production company and everything else to try and highlight these kids and try and get them a little bit more money.
Exactly, and it is a great tool. I've had a tremendous feedback from college recruiters and college coaches, and from the athletes as well, some of them have tried to create highlight reels on their own, and with little success or feedback from it. And then once they came with me, just inputting the professional video production quality, and then also our sports knowledge and how to arrange their plays so that it's more appealing to the recruiters, they've had tremendous feedback and tremendous results.
And like you were saying, there are a lot of sports, like let's say most of the football games are pretty much all televised and everything else. And depending on the schools, some of them do. But if you have an athlete who's a swimmer or you have an athlete who's a gymnast, there's pretty sure that those games aren't going to be televised or broadcast. So if you have a young athlete that's doing that, you might as well get a hold of Eli, and you can go out there to any sporting event and do the production, right?
Absolutely. And there are sports. I know soccer it's hard for coaches to get a good angle when they're in the soccer field because there's not as many grandstands as, say, at a football game or inside a gym. So, I can get to any sporting event and I can get you good angles and good footage every game.
Okay, and again, and folks, if you want to contact Eli, you can go to www.kreukuts.com, and you can also email him at eli@kreukuts.com without a period. And what's the phone number in case I want to reach you?
818-203-6200.
Okay, and that's just a great idea to do something. And I know that next weekend they're doing a big scholarship drive or a video drive over at the Colorado Baseball Academy, something a little bit different. But there's a company out of Las Vegas that's doing something that's kind of like that. But what they actually do over there is they're actually timing your ball when it comes off the bat, so it's more of a statistical thing. But what you do is you don't really look at the statistics. You're really just going to be highlighting the great parts, just like when we watch the NFL draft. And they get someone drafted, and you get to watch the 30, 45 seconds of what's going on.
Yes. Give them the best of what each athlete has.
And then that way they help your kid get a little bit more scholarship money and gets some more scholarship money and help them keep on advancing in their life. So again, that's Kreu Kuts Productions, www.kreukuts.com. And again, Eli, your phone number is?
818-203-6200.
Okay, folks, and Eli, we want to thank you for taking some time out of your day this morning to come on the show and tell us about Kreu Kuts Productions.
Thank you, Alan. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, and folks, give him a call. He's going to help your kids get some scholarship money and keep on advancing on their path. Come on back. Still got those tickets to give away. Someone's got to win those hockey tickets. Come on back. ESPN 1580 AM.